and gentlemen, and of course, it's welcome to Seattle Sports and Entertainment. We are in Studio 3 of our production center here at Mbala 2. Of course, good afternoon, the indomitable Lions who are about to play against Burundi. Good afternoon to the Swallows of Burundi. Welcome to Cameroon. Of course, good afternoon, Cameroonians, and of course, those of you in the diaspora. Good afternoon, sport fans, and of course, we understand that today is the D-Day in Group C. You know very well that the last two qualifiers for the AFCON 2024 in Côte d'Ivoire will be known today, and that will be in Group C. So Cameroon and Burundi will have to battle very hard this afternoon at the Room Diaja. So that is the what is going on today in the world of football in Africa. And of course, that's why you heard the Salif Keita and Day, that song saying that ça va vibrer, ça va jouer, ça va vibrer. That is the song. So ladies and gentlemen, today's edition of the program, we shall take you around the country. Of course, we shall shuttle, we shall go to Bamenda, we shall go to Gawa, we shall go to Ebolova, we shall be in Botwa, we shall equally be in Bamenda, Douala, and where have you. So those are the places we're going to have a course in a few minutes' time. We shall be linking up with Gawa for live with Amaro Sanda, which will be telling us the pulse in Gawa there a few minutes to match time. You know very well that today's game, it's a very crucial game. In fact, let me give you an idea of the situation in Group C at the moment, as things stand at the moment. It is Namibia that is topping the group with 5 points. They have scored 6 goals and have considered 6 goals, which therefore means that they are top in the group. Then number 2, we have Burundi. Burundi is on 4 points, have scored 4 goals and have again considered 4 goals. Cameroon has scored 4 points and considered 3 goals and scored 3 goals. Now, what are the possibilities? If for Cameroon to go through, they must have to win another win over Burundi, or they draw at least 4-4 to qualify. So it's not just a draw game between Cameroon and Burundi that will qualify the Lions of Cameroon, but the Lions must score 4 goals and the draw 4-4. Anything less than that would disqualify the Cameroonian team for that line from the AFCON. Of course, a little bit of history to know that Cameroon did not qualify for the 1994 AFCON that was in Tunisia. You know why? They were beaten by Gabon. In fact, they were in the pool with Gabon and they didn't qualify. 2012, Cameroon didn't qualify as well. They were in the same pool with Senegal, and of course, they came second to Senegal. And 2013, you very much remember that Cape Verde beat Cameroon 2-0. That was in Praia, and then 2-1. Cameroon won them 2-1 here in Yaoundé. Of course, at the 10 minutes of that game, it was a very crucial game. The visitors scored Cameroon and complicated things. So that is what the Lions must have to avoid today. Hello, with me in the studio here is Junior. What's up, Junior? Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Gideon. Good afternoon to the wonderful Seattle Sport Entertainment viewers. Good afternoon to the Lions that are in the den, getting ready, to get in the battleground in a few minutes. Good luck to them. Good afternoon to all our wonderful citizens in all the regions of Cameroon. Gideon, it's quite a wonderful things we're going through the regions today.
Yes,
and more to that fact. I love that Salif Keita, Africa, ça va vibrer.
Yes, of course. I think.
And you remember, one would have thought Rigobert listened to that song because he said, "Peu importe si joue au bar, les filets vont trembler."
Yes, I like what he said.
Exactly.
At the press conference, the pre-match press conference, where he said that les filets vont trembler, which means that the net must shake. We will ball for net. Well, I think they borrowed it from the guys of ball for net. That's the Meme works in Kumba there. Of course, Junior Watson, what would you say if they say that? We say that expectations, anxiety, and of course excitement and expectation, anxiety is rising nationwide. What would you say? Is it really is that what they expect at this moment around the country? Because it is what is happening around the country.
Now, around the country, I think it's a more of sense of patriotism, support, galvanization around the Indomitable Lions. And then more to that fact, Gideon.
Yes.
It's not the first time that the Lions have their back against the wall.
Yes.
Who could forget Bleeder?
Yes.
Who could forget the recent World Cup in Qatar where Cameroon beat Brazil?
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many insupportable moments. This very Ivory Coast that we're talking about, Cameroon went there and won the African Nations Cup. In the days where Abega, the Roger Milla, the Mbida Arantes, the Enese Bonge that you imagine. So today in Cameroon, everybody's expecting one thing, victory. And I think Rigobert Song, the team manager, was very prudent and very optimistic when he said yesterday that everybody, all the 24 players are ready to act. They are ready to perform. it tells you the seriousness that is in the Lions' den and how serious they're taking this game. So I think the atmosphere around the country is that it's expectation of the victory, it's a galvanization for the support, and also it's that of excitement. Cameroonians love football. You know, this is the only moment where we come around as people, as a nation, everywhere, every corner of Cameroon, from north to south, east to west, regardless, in our diversity, we come around and we rally behind these Lions and we enjoy a wonderful moment of football. That is what Cameroonians are expecting this evening.
You will not believe it, Junior Washroom, that there's a certain union sacré around the Lions with regard to this game. Do you know that the elite of the North, they've organized a chartered flight to the north. They're about now flying over to the northern part of to Garawa to watch a game. We equally hear that there are going to be some government ministers over there as well. We equally hear that there are sportsmen and women, coaches, who have decided to go support the Lions over there. So there's a certain union sacré around the national football team of Cameroon. I think we really need it at this moment.
That union sacré, Gideon, I sum in one word: motivation. And that motivation is what all our Lions in the den right now need. These guys are guys that they needed that 11-man supporter. All what you're talking about is that 11 or the 12-man supporter, which is the public that the Cameroonians are needing right now, the Lions are needing right now. But more to that fact, it's not just the supporters. Look at the personality that are rallying behind. I love what all our brothers and sisters in the north are doing, you know, making it possible. Even they don't get access, you know, the Simenkam, Carrefour, the Garwa Central Town, every hotspot in Garwa right now, you know, is animated with big screens, TV. You don't need to be at the stadium. It's true that, I mean, it's sold out, you know, but more to that fact, Cameroonians are just enchanted to be able to support these guys, to be able to pull the Lions through to this victory. Okay, and I'm very happy with that.
Okay, Junior Washam, enough of the talk for the moment. I believe around town, Yaoundé is equally bubbling. And those of guys who are selling in the central market here, Yaoundé, a few minutes ago, here that they too are trying to wrap up things to go watch a match at home. Eventually, in other cities in Cameroon, that's what is happening. But in downtown Yaoundé, it's really hot. And of course, our man on the beat over there, he's going over to the Marché Central Yaoundé. For those of you who know the Marché Central here, Yaoundé, Robert Collins Mbiama. Robert Collins, sir, hello and welcome. Good afternoon. What's the mood downtown, Robert Collins?
Bon après-midi Gideon et bienvenue ici au marché central où il faut le dire, tout le monde ne parle que de ce match. C'est bien le jour J, Cameroun-Burundi fait parler tout le monde ici et tout le monde a un avis particulier. Je vous propose d'aller les suivre, ces avis. Cameroun-Burundi de ce soir, quel est votre pronostic? Quelle sera l'issue de la partie?
Cameroun-Burundi. Et c'est le Burundi, on a 4-0 pour le Cameroun, retour encore d'André Onana. Et nous tous nous sommes derrière lui. En plus, nous sommes ici à Garoua. Donc, on va d'abord bien les battre, après les attaches sur les bœufs. On les laisse là-bas. Okay. C'est tout.
Cameroun-Burundi.
Oui, il n'y a pas de Coupe d'Afrique sans Cameroun. On va gagner 5-0. Merci.
Qui va marquer les buts?
Non, même le gardien va marquer. Donc tout le monde va marquer. Aboubakar va marquer. Anguissa va marquer. En fait, presque tout le monde va marquer.
Voilà. Donc pour vous aussi, aucun doute, le Cameroun a toutes ses chances.
Aboubakar Vincent a besoin de voir son quartier, être fier de lui. Donc on va taper au moins 4-0 aujourd'hui là.
Effectivement, Abou-Tchouchou est chez nous, donc ça ne peut même pas sortir, ça reste chez nous.
Et vous allez regarder le match où?
Oh, je serai lion indomptable.
Ok, merci beaucoup. Cameroun, Burundi qui va remporter?
Cameroun, c'est le Cameroun, non? 100-1. La dernière fois, on les a battus 100-1. Avant-dernier, là, on a aussi gagné 5-0. Ça, c'est 100-1.
Qui va marquer les autres?
Mais il y a le but d'Abouaka Vincent. Abouaka Vincent, Choupo-Moting. Il y a Kitoje qui va faire fort. Mais je suis inquiet pour André Onana. Mais tout, ça va aller. Parce qu'il a quand même un dernier doigt là. On ne manque jamais un angle fermé à un lion. Comme c'est un lion qui est au goal, il n'y a pas de problème. Mais sachez que c'est 5 buts. Et vous allez me dire, prenez même mon numéro, tout le monde va m'appeler, c'est 5 buts. Celui qui est sage prend ses 5 millions, il ne peut pas mettre 5 buts. Il joue 1 million chaque but. C'est 5 buts. Oui.
C'est le Cameroun qui va gagner. Le score de 2-1.
2-1. Qui va marquer les buts du Cameroun?
Le but du Cameroun, bon, si on met notre capitaine là, à la première mi-temps, ça va être difficile, mais lui, il joue fort à la deuxième mi-temps.
Donc
ça.
Il y a de l'espoir. Vous allez regarder le match.
Ah, on va voir dans le bas, non? Pour supporter plus nombreux.
Hein? Le score.
Oui, qui va gagner le match Cameroun-Burundi à Garoua?
Mais bien sûr, les Lions. Hein? Le score, 2 buts à 0.
Vous n'avez pas de doute quant à l'issue de cette partie? Vous ne croyez pas que le Burundi peut créer la surprise?
Pas du tout, pas du tout. Nous sommes habitués à ce genre de match. En fait, oui. Avec les joueurs que nous avons convoqués, ce sera facile. Ouais, ça, c'est sûr.
Comme je sais qu'Aboubacar est là, Aboubacar, c'est un grand joueur. Il sait comment il peut travailler cette équipe. Oui, donc on va gagner. Pour ça, on va monter notre suprématie.
Ok, Gideon, vous l'avez donc bien vu. Les supporters ici sont certains que les Lions indomptables vont s'imposer et par un large score. Pas de demi-mesure. Ils ont hâte que la rencontre se déroule. Rendez-vous donc ce soir à partir de 20h. Ce sera à Garoua et devant les petits écrans sur CRTV Sports and Entertainment. À vous, le studio.
Thank you very much, Robert, colleague Mbiama. I'm very sure that you choose the Marché Central deliberately because I know over there, everybody there just seems to say, no, Burundi, who is Burundi? Don't worry about that. We get 2-0, 5-0. I mean, Abu Shushu was how to score. Thank you very much, colleagues Mbiama. But without wasting so much time before Junior Watchman says something, let's cross town and go over to Obili. That is Biamasi Obili. You know, well, for those of you who know Yaoundé, Biamasi Obili is very much their zone, which is inhabited by the Anglophones, the Anglophone public. The people speak English language, mostly live that way, and a few people from the western region of Cameroon. Most of them, the grass fields are always there, and perhaps some people from the southwestern part of Cameroon. Let's see Wilson Ngole. Wilson, over there at Obili as well at, let's say, Obili and Biamasi. What is the mood over there? How are the expectations over there? Wilson?
A very good evening to you, Gideon Townsend. Welcome to downtown Yaoundé, where most fans of the Indomitable Lions think Team Cameroon is quite ready and fit enough to crush the Swallows of Burundi in the last AFCON qualifying game for the 2023 African Cup of Nations built for Côte d'Ivoire. Let's get their reactions.
Today's match will be a wonderful match because I know Cameroon must win this match. All of us are glad for the returning of Andre Onana and you see the other players, and I would really like if Cameroon win this match. Cameroon will win 3-0.
Cameroon is going to dominate 2-1. We have the squad now because we have the collaboration now. You can see it for yourself that and Onana have come down his serve and joined the club, and it's because he has a love for the team too. So I believe Cameroon is going to qualify, to take the victory to qualify.
We are more stronger than them. So I know that we are going to win the match of today. 2-0. Now I know that Song has to do his best for this time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, we are going to beat Burundi 3-0. Yeah.
Why do you think we can beat Burundi?
Because they have called big players that they can carry the team forward. Somebody like Andre Onana with the Chopo-Moting, Jake Clinton.
No, the match of today, the Lions are going to win it 3-1. Chukwumoti will be man of the match, have 2 goals. Aboubacar will have 1 goal.
Gideon, you heard it from the mouth of the horses here that Cameroon is going to smash Burundi in the last AFCON qualifying game in Garoua. That's the situation out here, and back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Wilson Ngole, of course. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, it's not me speaking. The whole of Yaoundé says the Lions will crush Burundi. Not Gideon Tazo saying it anyway. Junior Wassom, you got it there. But Cameroon is used to, to big challenges.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember the way they beat Brazil even at the 2003 Confederations Cup that was in France.
Not to mention the Olympics.
The Olympic Games as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, of course. And then this optimism that no room for pessimism or some caution. I don't know. What can you say about that?
No, Gideon, at this point in time, you cannot mention pessimism. when all Cameroonians are optimistic. The Lions have had their back against the wall.
Yes.
We've gone through a lot.
But in 2013, they had a match like this against Cape Verde.
But the spirit was not the same.
Okay.
The spirit was not the same. The atmosphere was not the same. More to that fact, the context was not the same.
Okay.
Here you have a manager that is of Cameroonian origin that is telling you that selection at the national team is by merit. And then more to that fact, in order to play for Cameroon, you have to be very active in your team. And most of the guys in this team, what brings the optimism is the performance of this guy. You take a guy like Jay Clinton, 8 matches, 7 goals. You take a guy like Kemen, doing wonderful in his club. You take a guy like Zamboangisa, not to mention Vincent Aboubakar. It's impeccable to see this guy. You take a guy like Angel Sato. He showed you what he's capable in the friendly match against Mexico. You take a guy like Gonzalez in the central midfield, he showed you equally what he was capable. And mind you, Gideon, these are guys that are under 25. And then you take a young man like Christopher Wu against Brazil that stood his ground at the World Cup, first performance of Cameroon. I mean, evidently, that optimism deserves to be there. And then more to that fact, when you look at the past encounters that the Lions have had, you know, it's very unpredictable. That's why when you have a guy like Vincent Aboubakar, the attack line in Garoua, it becomes very dangerous. The expectation becomes high. The bar is rise high. You have a guy like Mbaizo. You have a guy like Zamboangisa. All these guys that are coming back from the base where they started from. And then the extra motivation now from the authorities, not to mention the wonderful public of Garoua. I mean, all around Garoua, you know, that are actually mobilized, not just in the stadiums, in the bars, in the snacks, in the neighborhood, in the roundabout where you have big screen right there, you know, to watch the game and support the Lions. So it's an extreme motivation, not only for the Lions, but for the Cameroonian public, and more to that for Gideon. Like I said, this is a unifying factor for Cameroon. This is the only moment where you have Cameroonians agreeing on something and rallying behind something.
Okay, you do want to say that. Of course, we hear that in Garoua, it's the anxiety is mounting over there in Garoua. In quarters like Rumde Aja, Yerwa, Pumpumre, and of course, many other quarters over there in Garoua, we hear things are really the temperature is rising over there. But then, just a few minutes ago, our senior reporter over there in Garoua, Mercy Ashu, did a round of the town. Mercy Ashu, you are there in Garoua. Tell us, what is the situation in Garoua? What are the people in Garoua thinking?
The colors of the national flag of Cameroon is flying high in the heart of Garoua as the countdown to the crucial encounter pitting the indomitable Lions of Cameroon against the Swallows of Burundi on September 12 approaches. Come with me as we take the pulse of football-related business activities in the city with just a ride around the town. From the look of things, one can tell that football, or better still, the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, are a talking point for most inhabitants here. However, a qualifying match like Tuesday's encounter at the Rumde Aja Stadium in Garoua presents an opportunity for petty business vendors to make quick cash. Face caps, T-shirts, vuvuzelas, and several other gadgets are on sale at the Garoua main market. We have had so many clients lately. We have been selling because we have fans of the national team here in Garoua. We have face caps, T-shirts. The gadgets come in different designs and colors, and I wonder on most fans who are supporting the Lions to victory. The gadgets speaks volumes and sends a message of patriotism for country every time the Lions roar.
What a game chance, and it's in! What a goal!
The city of Garoua in the north region of Cameroon is extremely hot, and petty business vendors like Madame Clarisse Asieni, who makes natural juice, understands this.
Un grand moment à Garoua.
It will be a great honor to receive the Lions in Garoua, and we are set for the encounter. I have made over 100 bottles of juice already stocked in my fridge for everyone who is coming in from I don't know where. You have baobab, pineapple, watermelon, lemon. Everything you see here is natural juice 100%.
Le baobab, l'ananas, la pastèque, le citron, tout c'est pur, 100% pur.
Apart from producing the juice, Madame Clarisse Asieni is equally thinking of her marketing strategy at the Rumde Aja Stadium.
habillés des filles avec des couleurs qui vont frapper. On dit les couleurs du soleil.
My sales girls will be dressed in very bright colors like orange, yellow, and lemon green. I mean, colors that attract clients. And I have to be at the stadium very early, say 11 a.m., since I know journalists and organizers will be present. Selling and watching the match at the same time can be quite engaging for Madame Clarisse Sieni, who has made her focus like every other fan of the Lions.
Le Cameroun va gagner à Garoua, on ne paye pas.
Cameroun will win the match. We don't lose in Garoua. Cameroun will win by 1-0.
On va apporter. Le Cameroun va gagner. Par 1-0.
From Jambutu, we head to the neighborhood of Yelwa, crowded with several bars capable of seating 50 to 100 clients at a time. Here, the bar owners and sales girls are anxiously waiting to make quick cash from the match.
Here in our bar, our TV is functional, our fridge are already stocked, our magazine, all our speakers to give the volume for everybody to be satisfied in the bar are already set. If you can look around, there are so many chairs, and I believe by that day, everywhere will be full, and we have the generator. If the light goes off, the generator will take from there.
For the match Cameroon-Burundi, the expectations are high, and inhabitants here have their favorite players.
I'm standing for the fact that Cameroon is going to win 5-0. I think Abubakar will have 3 goals, Toko Kamel have 1 goal, and Castelletto also have 1 goal.
Watching the match Cameroon-Burundi at the Rumdeaja Stadium in Garoua or within the neighborhood is always an exciting opportunity for most petty business vendors who know the impact it can bring on their sales.
Thank you very much, Mercy Ashu Nyabinyo, senior reporter there in Garoua. In fact, I know we could see, I'm a little bit emotional about that report there, because I could see this young girl speaking, saying that everything was being done. The music, the chairs are there, the bars are cleaned, and of course, Junior, we saw somebody trying to repair the television. Mm-hmm. That shows that it shows that in Garoua they are ready for this very much. This report was done a few minutes ago, and so we're going to have later on the show Omaro Sanda live from Garoua, the stadium there, to tell us how things are going over there. But for now, tell me, you see people in Garoua there having gadgets, selling, petty businesses cropping up because of the Lions. What lessons can we draw from this?
That's the essence of togetherness. And I love that report by Mercy Ashu, because she's not just bringing just the fact of the technical aspect of the game, but she's also evolving or evoking the importance, of the Lions coming to Garoua. Will you imagine, Gideon Tazo, the Lions play maybe in Betwa, or, maybe in Gaundere, and
now that category going over, let's say, to Marwa.
Exactly.
Wow.
It shows the population. It shows the population not only the concern, but it evokes the visibility of those regions. It shows their own contribution to the national, cake, which is that of Cameroon. So more to that fact, when you look at that report right there by Mercy Ashu, it tells you how much, Cameroonians are paying a lot of attention to this game, how much it means to them. And then more to that fact, the fact that they're present right there in Garoua shows you that the Cameroon national team does not only belong to Yaoundé or Douala, that other cities in Cameroon deserve. Why not? Why not in the nearest future of Bamenda? That I'm sure the population right there will love the population in the Northwest, be it in Menchum, in Mezam, in Dop, in Gokintunja, in So. All of them will love to see the Lions when they play a match, in the Northwest region. I love the spirit that Fekafuri has in terms of taking this team to various regions of Cameroon, stepping out of Yaoundé and Douala. And that is what a lot of the other federations, a lot of the other sports organizations and institutions ought to be doing. Why? Because once you do that, not only do you create business opportunity, you create visibility for that region, and then you give an opportunity for the inhabitants of that region to be able to make sales, to have that visibility, to market themselves, market their business, and then why not feel that belonging?
To even communion with the national team.
To communion.
Okay.
Not only with the national team, but the whole Cameroon. And more to that for Gideon, CRTV Sport Entertainment as well.
Thank you very much. Of course, well, from Garoua, we come to Yaoundé now. We're not going to go 360 kilometers to the northwestern part of the country. Of course, that will be in Bamenda, where we hear a mobilization over there too is equally very much, has been very much on the ground, the topic of the day. And of course, our man over there is Emmanuel Koloko. Emmanuel Koloko, you are in Bamenda. Tell us, how is Bamenda mobilizing for today's game between Cameroun and Burundi?
Bamenda, ville des sportifs et des fans de football, ce qui alimente les conversations dans les lieux publics. C'est la rencontre Cameroun-Burundi, comptant pour les éliminatoires de la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. Un match de la dernière chance pour les Lions indomptables qui devrait, selon les observateurs, attaquer dès les premiers instants.
Cette fois-ci, si on attend jusqu'au dernier minute, on risque de se perdre. Mais pour nous, le match va se passer dans les premières 45 minutes. Parce que si on marque un but, dans les premières 45 minutes, on sait que non. On partait à la CAN 2024 à Côte d'Ivoire.
Je n'ai pas peur. En tant que Camerounais, je donne 100% au Cameroun. Le Cameroun va gagner. Du fait que non, le coach a fait sa sélection. Et par rapport à ça, je suis avec lui. Et je dis bon courage aux Lions indomptables.
Je pense que la match de Cameroun-Burundi, c'est un match très dur parce que Burundi veut qualifier pour la Coupe, mais Cameroun est déjà une vieille équipe dans la Coupe d'Afrique. Donc, si on blague avec la match, parce que Burundi va nous gagner, mais on est content parce qu'on joue chez nous. On a les fans, on a tout. On a une bonne équipe. Je pense qu'on va gagner.
La présence des habitués autour du capitaine Vincent Aboubakar ou encore le retour d'André Onana en super forme rassure les fans.
Nous savons déjà l'effort qui a été mené par notre coach, déjà en faisant l'effort avec le président du Foot pour amener certains joueurs clés que nous avons vraiment, l'équipe nationale a vraiment besoin d'eux. Par exemple, notre gardien, André Onana, avec son retour, vraiment, ça rebooste vraiment le moral des joueurs et les supporters de l'équipe nationale. Ça, c'est vraiment une chose que nous sommes vraiment fiers.
Je compte déjà sur mon frère, Abaka Vincent, comme celui d'abord l'attaquant, Choupo-Moting. Et je ne laisse pas nous Tolo. C'est les gens qui comptent sur eux.
J'aimerais que, je souhaite que le représentant, s'il met André Onana, Choupo-Moting, Aboubakar, tous les anciens, je pense qu'ils ont... Et ils mélangent avec les jeunes qui s'élèvent. Ils mélangent, je pense qu'on va avoir une bonne équipe pour la match de Burundi.
Le patriotisme parle pour les supporters des Lions indomptables qui ne placent aucune option en dehors de la victoire.
Déjà, nous sommes les supporters numéro 1 de Lyon. Et tout comme fans, nous sommes vraiment derrière le Lyon. Et déjà, avec l'effort mené, nous avons déjà confiance qu'on doit gagner le match. Ça, c'est vraiment un match de victoire.
On attend ça avec beaucoup d'espoir. Bon, ce qui est là, on ne doit pas changer une équipe qui gagne. Un pays que tout le monde entier attendait beaucoup de choses sur. On attend beaucoup de choses sur Cameroun. Donc avec Rigobert, avec son équipe qu'il a appelé, avec le meilleur gardien, comme André Onana et Vincent Aboubakar, c'est un gars qui fait ça dur là-bas à Turquie. Ce qui est sûr qu'à la fin des 90 minutes, la victoire serait pour le Camerounais.
À tout moment que l'équipe nationale est en train de jouer, tout le monde mène l'effort de se rassurer qu'il est devant la télé. Et ça, c'est déjà l'impact positif.
À Bamenda, le label Lion indomptable se vend cher et les populations attendent de la qualification pour la Côte d'Ivoire. Car que serait la CAN sans le Cameroun?
Well, thank you very much, Emmanuel Koloko, there in Bamenda with our French, that report in the French language. I just want to say, tell those of you in Bamenda who speak the English language that Fela Kizia will be coming up shortly. Those of you in Atuakom, in the Top 1, in Quen, Old Town, Ziri, Please, just hold on. We'll be coming back to Bamenda shortly to meet Kezia. But for now, let's go over to Marawa, where Henry Tato Ekambi is already on my on my laptop here. Henry, tell me, Marawa is equally mobilizing over there. We hear that we have quarters like Avion Malaise, and of course, many other areas they're like, well, I don't know what to call so many quarters over there in Marawa. But tell me, Tato Henry Ekambi, because the Sandra Ekambi, the national football team, tell us, what is the mood over there in Marawa?
The indomitable Lions of Cameroon versus the Swallows of Burundi. The fans of the Lions are already foreseeing a mouth-watering clash that Cameroon will conquer with ease.
Match Cameroon versus Burundi is a nice match. We are waiting for the match. You know that Cameroon is a lion. Lion is still a lion. Here is our territory. If Burundi is not a team, in our territory we are able to come behind Burundi. Now, I can say that Cameroon remains the best team in Africa. Not only in Africa, all over the world. Lion is still a lion. The pronostic for that match is that Cameroon 4-0 against Burundi.
On doit toujours gagner ces matchs comme d'habitude, on doit gagner. Nous, les supporters camerounais, on est toujours derrière le lion indétable du Cameroun. On apprécie toujours le lion indétable.
On attend ce match. Ce match-là, dès qu'on aura la victoire, c'est-à-dire l'extrême nord, c'est tout entier qu'on fait le tour avec nos motos pour supporter le lion à 100%. Nous supportons le lion et nous dites toujours fort aux lions indétable.
Football fanatics here believe that the fact that their talisman and captain, Aboubakar Vincent, is playing in his hometown is another reason for them to already visualize their qualification ticket for AFCON 2023.
Par rapport au match du Cameroun qui se joue mardi à Garoua, je pense que le Cameroun doit remporter ce match et j'ai confiance que Abouchou va marquer.
Ce match, on doit gagner ce match à 2-0, début de Aboubakar Vincent. Début de Aboubakar Vincent, ça c'est Tchoki Tchok, mon Chokolombango, la Mbangote de Maroua, c'est ce qui dit ça. 2-0, c'est propre. Début d'Aboubakar Vincent. Le capitaine de tout un continent, c'est Tchoki Tchok, son représentant. Voilà. 2-0. Début d'Aboubakar Vincent, je dis propre. 2-0. C'est fini. Le fan club de Tchoki Tchok à Maroua, Zalé Vivien. Chokolombango, la Mbangote.
Apart from the skipper's eye for goal and home advantage, fans of Aboubakar Vincent and Pierre say the call-up of some players who had problems with the team gives an upper hand to the land of promise.
On est toujours derrière les Lions. On attend la victoire. On espère qu'on va qualifier. S'il plaît à Dieu. Nous avons André Onana, la défense. Encore il y a aussi, il y a Miléa Anguissa qui est international. Nous avons dans l'attaque, nous avons plusieurs professionnels.
Le retour de Onana, c'est vraiment quelque chose de bien. On pensait avoir perdu un grand gardien qui évolue en Europe et qui va jouer la Champions League. Son retour nous fait plaisir et nous comptons beaucoup plus sur lui. Donc, en grosso modo, bonne chance à tous les Camerounais. Nous attendons la victoire.
On est d'abord sûr du victoire de Lyon. Avec Aboubakar Vincent à la maison à Garoua, c'est une victoire assurée. Onana au goal, le retour de Clinton J, c'est une victoire assurée pour le Lyon.
Aboubakar Vincent, of Tipa Mouting, even Ryan Bemo, all of them, everywhere God have given them correct chance to score the 2 goal or 3 to qualify Côte d'Ivoire.
And there are councils in the region that are also preparing fan zones to cheer the Lions to victory.
Fan zone que nous avons mis en place dans la ville de Moura, il faut dire que un charter a été organisé. Nous pouvons envoyer, n'est-ce pas, toutes les populations de notre commune à aller regarder le match. Et puis c'est pas tout le monde qui a les moyens, n'est-ce pas, de payer le transport aller-retour. Parce que Garoua, ce n'est pas la porte d'à côté par rapport à Moura. Nous sommes à plus de 200 km. Il faut non seulement payer le transport aller-retour, il faudra également payer le billet d'accès au stade. Il faut également avoir quelque chose pour pouvoir le faire. Et c'est pour cette raison que ceux qui sont restés, qui ne peuvent pas n'est-ce pas, se rendre à Garoua, soit par faute de moyens, soit parce qu'ils n'ont pas, n'est-ce pas, de cylindre. Nous avons donc essayé de trouver un espace pour que toutes nos populations, les populations de la ville de Mora et même viennent, n'est-ce pas, à l'unisson de cœur, regarder ce match.
Some have made modest forecasts for the game.
Je suis très fier de ce qu'on va gagner 2-0. C'est Versant qui va faire tout le début. On doit seulement manger chez nous. On ne peut pas laisser les autres venir bénéficier. Même ailleurs, on les fait porter, non? Chez nous, on mange.
Abouchou va marquer. Le Cameroun va gagner 3-0.
On a déjà gagné le match 2-0.
Others think Coach Song and his boys will teach Burundi the lesson of their life this Tuesday.
D'ailleurs, Burundi même n'existait pas. Le lion, c'est le lion. Quand le lion aboie, c'est tout le monde qui dégage. Le lion va gagner Burundi 5-0. Ça, on ne discute pour rien. 5-0.
Le Cameroun va gagner toujours 5-0. Le 3-0, c'est bon, non?
And their hopes are that their 5-time AFCON champions will book a place for another AFCON in Côte d'Ivoire.
Thank you very much, Henry Tato Ekambi over there in Marwa. I retain one thing from Marwa, that the fans over there said that Burundi will learn the lesson of their life, will be given the lesson of their life when they meet the Lions of Africa. Of course, and again, I want to say that the nooks and crannies of Cameroon are just waiting this excitement, anxiety, and expectation in all the nooks and crannies. Given, in fact, an example is that the mayor of Mora is organizing a fan zone. I think the same thing in Yagua, the same thing in Mokolo, of course, other towns over there. That is Mayor Chetima Hamidou over there in Mora. We want to send you greetings, and of course, as you kind of lead your population to watch the Lions who will play in the next few minutes' time. Of course, Junior Watson, we're talking about, so much everybody talking about Vincent Aboubakar. The fact that the match is taking place in Garoua, can it be an extra motivation to Vincent Aboubakar?
Obviously. I mean, you know, we cannot even not think about it, because more to that fact, the other motivational factor, talking about Vincent Aboubakar, he's the captain. We saw it in the press conference yesterday. More to that fact, Garoua is a town where Aboubakar has been longing, you know, to come back home and showcase what he's been able to do around the world. Now, here's the golden opportunity for Vincent Aboubakar to say, hey, look, thank you, Garoua, thank you, Coton Sport, thank you, all the wonderful people of Cameroon, for what you've done, not just for football in the region of the North, but also for the Indomitable Lions and the Cameroonian people in general. That serves the reason for the extra motivational factor of having officials, administrative officials, political figures, entertainment figures that are in Garoua right now to do that 12-man supporter job, which is much needed by the Lions. I mean, Gideon, we can go further without mentioning the fact of guys like Baizo, Zambo Anguissa, and then more to that fact, you know, Garoua during the African Nation Cups, you know, showed Cameroonian people, you know, their capability in mobilizing, in supporting, in galvanizing for the sake of football in Cameroon.
Junior Watson, when I talk about Katia Balaji, do you know what we're talking about? Katia Balaji is in Ngaoundéré. Exactly. Of course, over there in Adamawa, they too are mobilizing ahead of this game. They are getting ready to watch the Cameroon game. They said they send a blessing to the national football team of Cameroon. For those of them who can't move up north to watch a match in Garoua, our reporter over there in Ngaoundéré is standing by and says that in Ngaoundéré, there is no shortage of support for the national football team of Cameroon. Ngaoundéré, you have the line.
Quand Total Énergie Côte d'Ivoire 2023, les supporters des Lions indomptables sont gonflés à bloc en Ngaoundéré. Le choc Cameroun-Burundi anime les conversations. Sur toutes les lèvres, cette affiche, l'une des plus palpitantes, fait l'objet des commentaires.
Je suis fier lorsque mon équipe nationale, notre équipe Fagnon, va affronter un adversaire dans notre région. Moi, je peux dire dans notre région. Certes, c'est dans le nord, mais c'est quand même le septentrion. Donc, je me dis que toutes les bénédictions, nous sommes des Africains. On dit nos dieux ne pourront pas permettre que le Burundi vienne chez nous taper comme ça. C'est pas possible.
À quelques heures de ce match crucial, les Camerounais de Ngaoundéré d'ailleurs, résidant ici, retiennent leur souffle. Le drapeau vert ou jaune flotte au vent, rappelant ainsi à l'union sacrée, à la fibre patriotique et à une ferveur populaire. La pression monte partout, même dans les points de vente des maillots et autres gadgets.
C'est pas de notre folie, on m'avait dit c'est le meilleur qui gagne.
C'est un grand jour pour le 237. Et chez nous, ça monte. Pourquoi? Parce que on a plus. J'imagine que vous êtes chez moi parce que vous avez constaté que je suis un distributeur des gadgets. Des lions indomptables du Cameroun, et puisqu'on sait que tous les Camerounais sont des entraîneurs, sont des footballeurs, sont des supporters à la fin des lions indomptables du Cameroun. Donc du coup, c'est chacun qui souhaiterait avoir un maillot, un chapeau, un bracelet, un drapeau avec lequel soit il sera au stade ou alors il sera dans un point chaud pour regarder le match.
Ce match coupérette oblige les tenanciers de bar à réajuster leur dispositif. Aucun détail n'échappe aux responsables des lieux de loisirs.
C'est le dernier virage, donc nous espérons que tout va bien se passer. À notre niveau aussi, nous avons pris disposition pour que tout se passe bien. Nous attendons la clientèle. Nous avons augmenté les écrans. Il y aura beaucoup d'animations et de jeux et tout se passera bien. Bonne chance aux Lions.
Dans tous les coins et recoins de la ville, les uns et les autres comptent vibrer à l'unisson avec les Lions indomptables, quintuple vainqueur de la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. Comme le Messie sauveur de l'humanité, les noms des stars sont scandés par les fans qui voient en eux la clé du match.
Baka va marquer, c'était sûr, donc ça, on n'a pas trop négocié. Parce que d'avoir son pays, il est dans sa ville. Dans sa ville natale, apparemment. Et les gens, c'est fort, on va le supporter, c'est tout ce que je veux vous dire avant.
Moi, je prédis qu'on va gagner le match. Même 2-1 ou 2-0 comme ça. Et les buts seront marqués par PATYCHOU.
Et je pense que le Cameroun va battre son adversaire de 3 buts à 0. Avec le bon encadrement du coach et les supporters qui seront derrière, j'ai vraiment confiance à mon pays. Après tout, rien n'est impossible au Cameroun.
On compte vraiment beaucoup plus, moi je compte beaucoup plus sur l'attaquant et sur les 12 heures, les 11 heures entrants. Bon, beaucoup plus sur l'attaquant Baka Vincent.
Le match serait difficile parce que quand je regarde nos matchs d'auparavant, les matchs qui sont passés, j'ai vu qu'on avait peu de difficultés. Avec l'arrivée de certains joueurs et aussi les supporters, c'est dans notre pays, même ici au Grand Nord. Donc ça va aller. On a aussi un Aboubaka en forme, un Bemo en forme. Donc ils vont faire ça. On va gagner le match là.
Les magasins et autres points de vente de maillots subissent aussi la pression du match.
Les maillots les plus sollicités sont des maillots verts comme ça pour les hommes et la couleur rouge plus pour les femmes parce que y a certaines le disent la femme est plus amoureuse que l'homme et puis bon bref et les femmes sollicitent plus le rouge et souvent on retrouve je vois des clients qui viennent avec leur femme, le monsieur prend le rouge et parfois la femme veut prendre le rouge, les deux se disputent en fait que non, on ne voudrait pas qu'il y ait confusion à la maison quand après le match. Sur les tenues des supporters, ça se présente comme ça.
On ne demande pas beaucoup, 3 buts c'est tout.
Que même déjà avec un seul but, on est partant. Donc là, on n'a pas droit à l'erreur. J'estime quand même que nous devons faire la différence. Un seul but suffirait pour se qualifier.
Ils le disent à haute et intelligible voix. Jamais sans mon maillot. Certains vendeurs ambulants ont basculé dans la vente des maillots des Lions, en ville comme en campagne.
Wow. from Gaudre, the message we have is that there should be no room for mistakes for the Lions of Cameroon. Of course, this is a program where we're taking the pulse of the regions in view of Cameroon's all-important game against Burundi this evening at the Room de Aja Stadium over there in Garoua. We know that over in Gaoundé, they're talking about Union Sacrée around the Lions of Cameroon. They say that there's the patriotic vein that has been touched when we talk about the Lions of Cameroon. And truly, Junior Watson, the way the people are reacting in the regions about the national football team and their match against Burundi truly shows that football is a religion in Cameroon.
Not just a religion, but that vibrating connection all across the 10 regions of Cameroon, across every Cameroonian, not just in the national territory of Cameroon, but in the diaspora. You know, we have people watching in Washington, D.C., in Europe, in France, in Spain, in Germany, in Canada, you know, all over the world. You know, the Lions have supporters. And remember, Gideon Tazo, these supporters are not just Cameroonians. You know, you have foreigners that are watching the Lions. And then more to that fact, I even heard yesterday that the Ivorians are praying for the Lions to qualify because they know what that African Nations Cup means without the presence of the Lions. That excitement, you know, that thrilling moment of football, you know, that is designing and actually factualizing, you know, the effects of football on the continent, reinnovating, reincarnating football on the continent. You cannot do that without the count of a country like Cameroon or the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. So right now, at this point that we're talking, I love that report from Gaoundéré and all over all the other regions. You know, without talking about Beitoa or Kribi or Bala, not to mention Kolofata, Kusiri, Mokolo, or Briketere right here in Yaoundé, where people are tuned in, you know, seriously. It tells you that football in Cameroon is an added value. Not just an added value for football, but for the sport movement of Cameroon to bring the Cameroonian people together and basically long for that victory that will bring a moment of relief, you know, not only for sport fans in Cameroon, but for Cameroon as a nation, globally speaking.
We'll now take you over, ladies and gentlemen, to get the pulse in the southern part of the region of Cameroon, precisely in Bertou in the Boulevard. Of course, we know that the sweep and bam right up to KFC. And of course, for those of you who know the Carrefour Paul Samba, that's in the Boulevard over there, and many other areas there, the people are getting ready. We hear the bars, the snacks and everything is getting ready because some people like to watch the thing while gulping down, taking down, gulping something. So now let's go over to a Boulevard to meet Clarence Aze. Clarence Aze, good evening and welcome. What is the mood like over there?
Hello to you in the studio. Welcome to join us here in the Boulevard, chief town of the South region, as to the game Cameroon-Burundi. I must tell you, it's a feeling of excitement that is animating many out here because many are optimistic, though some have been expressing worries given that it's the last game. And so we spoke to some of them. Let's listen to their reactions.
Par rapport à la rencontre de ce soir, pour être honnête, il y a un peu plus de peur, hein, parce que c'est la dernière rencontre et on n'a pas droit à l'erreur. Nous devons absolument regarder ce match, mais nous avons un peu peur. Pourquoi? Parce qu'il n'y a pas une autre rencontre et c'est la dernière fois qui pourrait nous donner accès à la CAN qui va se jouer en Côte d'Ivoire. Le pronostic, oui, Cameroun 2, Burundi 0.
Moi, j'ai toujours eu confiance en nos Lions. Et je sais que ce soir-là, c'est un match de... Déjà, on est qualifié. On est qualifié. Pour moi, on est qualifié. Et je sais, j'attends un 2-0. Je sais que Abouchou ne peut pas nous décevoir. Il va faire quelque chose. Les filets vont trembler.
Nous, on souhaite qu'on va gagner ce match. Oui, même si ça avait avec 2-0, c'était bon. Donc, nous, on souhaite que le Cameroun va gagner pour qu'on se qualifie pour la CAN 2023 Côte d'Ivoire.
Nous attendons le match avec beaucoup d'impatience parce qu'on a tous envie que nos Lions participent à la prochaine CAN en Côte d'Ivoire. Maintenant, on ne peut qu'espérer que notre équipe, les Lions indomptables, sera vainqueur ce soir. Bon, je miserais plus sur un 2-0 en faveur des Lions.
Nous sommes tous derrière les Lions indomptables pour avoir cette victoire parce qu'on ne peut pas quand même rester. Nos voisins de la Côte d'Ivoire sont en train d'organiser la CAN, c'est pas nous qui allons rester. Voilà. Nous allons gagner, nous allons gagner. Allez, allez, allez les Lions, allez. Nous allons gagner, allez. Allez, allez les Lions, allez.
some fans of the Indomitable Lions reacting there, and I must tell you, the town is hot at this moment, and many people are trying to readjust their schedule so as to watch the game this evening. Many say they'll be watching the game in popular hotspots in the town of Obolova, while some say they will prefer to watch home because they don't know yet the outcome of this encounter. But what we can wish the Lions is good luck from Obolova and the South region. Clarence Aze reporting.
Thank you very much, Clarence Aze. That optimism is almost contagious. Over there in Obolova, everybody wants the Lions to win. Not even wanting, they say the Lions have won. Yeah. That is, I can imagine. We just want to hope that after the match, we'll want to get the reactions over there, of course, over there in the southern part of the country. Now, you know that Cameroon is going to be, if Cameroon qualifies, it's going to be the 21st participation of Cameroon at the AFCON Cup of Nations since 1970, and that Cameroon has won 5 times the AFCON competitions: 1984, 1988, 2000, 2002, and of course 2017, and they've already played the final twice. That is what you should write down for those of you who like keeping down records. Now let's go over to Bertois, the land of the rising sun. Of course, the Lions, while moving over to Gawa, they passed through Bertois, of course, to take the blessings of the people of Bertois. We know that in Yoka Duma, we know that in Bertois, we know equally in Dume, why not in Belabo? You guys, even at Bombang, yes, those of you have given them their blessings. Of course, let's go over to the meter, Georges-Alain Eyango. Georges-Alain Eyango, what is the mood like in Bertois and a few minutes to the game?
Veille des matchs décisifs, Cameroun-Burundi, dans les artères de Bertois, l'optimisme des Lions version supporter est à son comble. De part et d'autre, l'on se livre volontiers au jeu des pronostics d'avant-match, tout en faveur de Vincent Aboubakar et de ses coéquipiers.
En tant que supporter des Lions, je vois que les Lions vont gagner 3 buts à 0.
Pour moi, le match Cameroun-Burundi demain, c'est un match d'abord de victoire parce que le Cameroun, ce sont les vainqueurs. Donc demain, on va gagner. Et le score sera, je crois, de 3 à 1. Les Lions, les notables sont d'abord ils sont nés buteurs. Choupo-Moting, il a le sens du but. Donc lui, il va d'abord marquer automatiquement. Abakar Vincent, c'est le but de la victoire. Donc pour lui, il est réservé pour la fin.
Je vois que c'est le Cameroun qui doit gagner. Le score, c'est de 2 à 1. Là, je donne seulement 2. Il ne faut pas qu'on doit massacrer ces gens-là. 2 buts seulement à 1 pour les laisser se reposer. C'est comme ça là. Noun Tolomo, il pense qu'il va marquer avec Aboubakar Vincent, les deux messieurs-là. Je pense vraiment à eux pour que le match soit vraiment quelque chose d'efficace demain.
The match of tomorrow, I'm sure that, not that I'm sure, I'm very, very sure. I have confidence for my people that they have to win. And even it's because I'm here. Even I'm here, I have to prepare. I'm well prepared and I have confidence on them. This our country, we have to push our country in front. I know, I have confidence on them. They will do what I think.
Nous sommes d'abord Camerounais. Nous ne pouvons pas faire des pronostics contre notre pays. Nous espérons que le Cameroun va faire le mieux de lui-même. Nous sommes Lions indomptables et nous sommes indomptables.
Zamboanguissa, Aboubakar, Vincent, Choupo-Moting, c'est des joueurs de classe. Donc du coup, on ne doute de rien. Le Burundi, on les respecte. Mais qu'ils sachent qu'il y a en balade. C'est 2-0. Le premier but, c'est Choupo-Moting, le deuxième, Aboubakar Vincent. C'est lui qui doit clôturer.
La forme actuelle de l'ensemble des protégés du manager sélectionneur Rigobert Song, tout comme le retour dans la tanière de certains cadres du groupe, sont aussi de nature à rassurer.
Kitonje, c'est un joueur qui a la niaque. Normalement, contre le Burundi, on doit avoir des joueurs qui ont la niaque parce qu'ils vont vite. Et il fallait vraiment ça parce qu'on a besoin d'une victoire.
Olivier, Kemen et Mbemo, ce sont des jeunes loups aux dents longues. Et nous attendons qu'ils vont faire quelque chose de bon avec l'arrivée de leur frère Onana dans l'équipe. Nous pensons que demain, ça sera le passeport pour aller en Côte d'Ivoire.
Le retour d'André Onana était trop nécessaire dans l'équipe puisque c'est l'icône des gardiens actuellement dans l'équipe camerounaise. On ne pouvait pas jouer ce match et passer au-dessus d'André Onana. Bon, les garçons comme Klitonje à l'attaque camerounaise, c'est déjà un atout. Et c'est pour ça que je tiens mon ducus en disant que le Burundi n'est pas fameux, parce que ces garçons sont vraiment en grand besoin.
De l'avis des mordus de foot de Bertois, le site choisi pour la rencontre de ce 12 septembre devrait constituer une source de motivation et d'inspiration supplémentaire pour le capitaine et serial buteur des Lions, Vincent Aboubakar, fils de Garoua.
Aboubakar Vincent, non seulement que c'est la ville du lac grandi, donc il doit faire beaucoup d'efforts pour satisfaire son public.
Nous attendons que Aboubakar Vincent nous fasse vibrer comme d'habitude et avec sa cohésion et Choupo-Moting, on verra ce que ça pourra nous donner.
Nous sommes psychologiquement bien préparés à affronter le Burundi à Garoua, c'est nos terres. Et je sais que le capitaine Aboubakar Vincent est au village et on a espoir que quelque chose peut être bien fait.
Si la méfiance n'est pas à exclure, au vu des pièges souvent tendus par les supposées petites équipes aux lions indomptables, le roi de la forêt devrait tenir son rang, au goût d'aucun.
On doit vraiment se méfier contre le Burundi parce qu'il n'y a pas les petites maths. Au football, il n'y a pas les petits adversaires, donc on ne doit rien simplifier.
Le lion n'a pas peur de se faire rabaisser. Le lion peut être blessé, mais il reste toujours le lion. Donc nous allons gagner.
Le coach seul sait ce qu'il peut mettre comme stratégie pour arriver à point du Burundi. Il n'est pas fameux, même s'il a gagné notre adversaire qui nous a aussi gagné dernièrement, mais lui-même aussi n'est pas fameux. Le ballon est rond, ça va se jouer.
Il est vrai qu'il y a des nations qui montent en matière de sport en Afrique aujourd'hui. On ne doit pas négliger un adversaire. Mais franchement, quand on est patriote, on reste supporter en tant que Camerounais. Je pense que le Cameroun va gagner le match là par 5-0. Franchement, quand on est patriote, on reste supporter en tant que Camerounais. Je pense que le Cameroun va gagner le match là par 5-0.
Les Lions supporters de Berthois espèrent par ailleurs voir leur équipe de cœur ne jouer que pour la gagne, pour éviter tout calcul stressant sur la route de la CAN 2023 en Côte d'Ivoire.
Nous attendons une victoire des Lions, pas un low score, parce qu'au cas où ils partent au match nul, nous aurons à voir les jeux par la calculatrice et ce n'est pas ce que nous attendons. Donc une victoire demain serait un passeport pour aller en Côte d'Ivoire.
Pour se déporter sans voyager, du côté de Garoua, ce mardi 12 septembre, les fervents supporters des Lions à Berthois ont déjà ciblé les zones de réjouissance les plus fréquentées de la ville, où la fête s'annonce toute belle, en cas de qualification du Cameroun.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much, George Alain Yango in Berthois. So the people have already located areas where they will celebrate the victory. I myself, I'm going to wear my dancing shoes here.
You know, talking about Berthois, you know, I went to school there, you know, Lycée Bilingue de Berthois.
Yes.
Bilingual High School Berthois, you know, just a shout out to them. Lycée Classique of Berthois, you know, the Technical High School. And then more to that fact, my very good friends that go for sport at Tikaza in Berthois.
Yes.
It's quite a good opportunity.
The great Tikaza Center.
Exactly, exactly. You know, it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity, Gideon, to know that the sports movement in Cameroon is growing gradually, and that unifying factor of having Cameroonians in Saint-Najes, in Garoua, in Bamenda, in Chang, you know, even in Garoua, or in Berthois that are doing wonderful things. Hopefully they are tuning on Jat TV, especially on CRTV Sports Entertainment, and watching.
Of course, we are taking the pulse around the nation in the build-up to the game between Cameroon and Burundi. It's an all-important game Cameroon must win to qualify for the AFCON, or draw 4-4 at least to qualify for the AFCON in Côte d'Ivoire. But you must have to know that this is not the first time Cameroon has been in such a difficult situation, but they've made it. It's true that in 2013 they didn't make it because Cape Verde beat them. In 2012 they didn't do that, they didn't succeed because Senegal was top of the group. But in 1995, in the build-up to 1996 AFCON that was in South Africa, Cameroon beat Zimbabwe. In fact, it was a group that had South Africa. You had the DR Congo, you had Zimbabwe, you had Cameroon, you had Lesotho, and Swaziland. Along the line, Swaziland withdrew, and then Swaziland withdrew from the beginning, and then after 6 matches, Lesotho withdrew. Lesotho had beaten Cameroon 2-0 in their first game and lost all other matches. And so when they withdrew, well, all other teams lost the matches against Lesotho. So Zimbabwe, that was second to DR Congo, dropped points. And so came down, and it was a matter of 2 points for Zimbabwe above Cameroon. And so Cameroon had to beat Zimbabwe here in Yaoundé to qualify. If not, they would not be in South Africa. And of course, there was a goal scored by one guy who is called Augustin Simo. Yes, he is now with the national football team of Cameroon. He is there
assistant coach.
He delivered Cameroon the goal that qualified Cameroon for South Africa in 1996. At that time, the team was coached by Jules Frederick Nyonga. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to take you back to Garawa. We know that Garawa, totally Garawa, that's the scene of the action, the place where things are happening. This time around, we have Samaki Poro. Samaki Poro, too, went around town of Garawa. You know, Garawa's a big city. It has a lot of seats, it has a lot of quarters over there. Mercy Ashu was equally around Garawa now. Let's see what Samaki Poro has for us from Garawa. Hello, guy. Good evening.
Bon dimanche, Éléonore et Master Aivo. Bienvenue à Garawa sur les rives de la Benoué.
They're not, they've taken the wrong report. They're no problem. We shall have to be going over now to Bamenda, where we hear that, I told you that we'll be coming back to Bamenda shortly. Because fella Kezia Ponja was already pulling my coat here because when Emmanuel Kuroko was reported, they was saying, but guy, you've forgotten me. No, I didn't forget your failure. Kezia, thank you very much for being patient over there in Bamenda. We hear that the population of Bamenda, despite the situation over there, they've decided that today they're going to watch football. And of course, tell me girl, how is Bamenda preparing for this game? Hela Kezia from Bamenda. How's Bamenda preparing for the game? Oh, okay. Now we get indications that we have some technical hitches. Junior was from now. Tell me.
Gideon, I have it that Fela Kezia is still on Commercial Avenue on her way up station in Bamenda. So in a few seconds, I'm very much certain that Bamenda will be okay.
They will get to Bamenda. We'll get to Bamenda. We'll even get to a man in Garawa, Samaki Poro there.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, of course. Tell me, we're talking about the Cameroon team today. Which team can deliver? No, I don't want to say which team can deliver. Which team can deliver the goods today?
You know what? That's what I love about Alexandre Song, the coach. He said all the guys that in the den right now are operational, but obviously not everybody's going to be on the pitch. So if you're talking about the pitch, we have to go compartment by compartment. Of course, in the goalpost, we're going to have Andronana. No doubt about that. Now, in front of the goalpost, evidently, you know, it's going to be Christopher Wu. I don't see any guy that can come in, day out, and do the work with the vitality and the experience of Christopher Wu. Another guy that I'm looking optional in the middle is going to be between Gonzalez and Mukudi. You know, these are two guys that are capable in reassuring in the central defense system of Cameroon. Now, on the wings, you know, you have Nou Tolo that is really resilient, and Baizo also showed what he's capable of. It's true that Enzo Chato, you know, is a very competitive guy, but this is a choice that the manager have to make. Now, in front of this guy, you know, when you come into the midfield, you have guys like Kemen, you know, you have guys like Zambo Anguissa, and then you have Olivier Cham, but not so sure about Olivier Cham, even though people will say Umgwet is more of a defensive player, but these are guys that are very good in ball recuperation. So I would definitely look in the midfield, a guy like Kemen, Olivier Cham, or Zambo Anguissa. For a start on the attack line, you know, I would definitely look at a guy, possibly in the central line, attack Vincent Boubacar, no doubt about it. On the other end, Mbemo, but I would dare, you know, Alexandre Song to start Jay Clinton, because this guy deserves, out of 8 matches, 7 goals scored. In this team right now, he's the guy on fire. It's true Andro Nana got nominated for the Ballon d'Or, but in terms of the attack line of Cameroon, you combine Mbemo with secondary in terms of goal scoring in the English Premier League and nominated as the best player. You know, he's nominated as the best player in the English Premier League this week, you know, and then you take a guy like Vincent Boubacar that is nonetheless, you know, performing but averagely, just staying in the median line of his performances, and then you come now to a guy like Jay Clinton, which Cameroonians, I must tell you, Gideon Tazo is advocating as the best winger. Now, what is it going to be? Jay Clinton, Katoko Kambi, or Memi Ngamale?
I want to ask this question before we go over to Bamenda. Yeah. Now, where do you keep the man who has been called the hero of Bleeder? Yes, Toko Kambi has been called the hero of Bleeder.
And
because Toka Kambi has scored 14 goals for Cameroon.
Exactly.
And he is being tagged as the man of the big occasions.
Yeah.
Each time Cameroon has a big occasion, Toka Kambi scores goals. He scored 2 goals against the Gambia. To qualify Cameroon for the semi-final of the AFCON. He scored against Cote d'Ivoire in a crucial game, the player of the group stage. He scored in, where do you put that guy? You think the coach can gamble with that?
You know, it's so funny. People even name him the magic man. Some even call him the joker. But you know, in this context, in this specific atmosphere, we're not saying that he's not going to play. We're looking at the guys that can get in and set the tune. It's all about setting the tune and getting Cameroon in that comfortable position.
Okay. For want of time, please, ladies and gentlemen, Keza 2 is not Fela Keza not letting me go. Fela Keza, it's your time. Tell me how Bamenda and Quen, let's say, upstation, I think, at Tuakob, yes? Long La, yes, how the ferry.
Small man called,
small man called, big man called. Well, how is Bamenda getting ready for the game tonight? Fela Keza, Bamenda.
Fans of Cameroon's national football team in the northwest region ahead of the critical encounter pitting them against Burundi Tuesday 8 p.m. at the Rumde Aja Stadium in Garoua.
We are very, very much positive concerning the match that's going to be played. Victory shall be ours. So Cameroon versus Burundi coming Tuesday, it's going to be a very, very nice match for us, Cameroonian, and then the national team will actually do their best and they will win the match.
I believe that match, all Cameroonians are expecting a victory, despite all odds that we need just a draw, but I don't think draw is our level. Our level should be winning.
Some of these football diehards in Bamenda are of the opinion that football remains a unifying factor which is much needed to bridge the existing conflicts recurrent in the region.
Here in Bamenda, we are in a crisis zone. We believe football is a game that unites people. So any victory for Cameroon team will go a long way to unite people to become one. So the victory for Cameroon will be a very big deal for the city dwellers in Bamenda. So we hope for a victory so that we can unite together in peace and harmony.
Coach Rigobert Song Bahanak's choice to call up the world's most experienced goalkeeper, Andre Onana, to reunite with his team in this game connotes a positive outcome for the Lions at the end of the match, according to other football lovers, after heated confrontations between the two.
The return of Andre Onana, I think it will bring a positive impact to the team also, because he's an experienced goalkeeper, and I think his presence will encourage the other players also.
I think we have a problem with the goalkeeper since Andre Onana left the World Cup, but we are happy that he's back.
Others believe Burundi, despite being a strong and competitive opponent, Cameroon should play on the home advantage and fan base present to cheer them, so to secure a win and book qualification to the 2024 African Cup of Nations to be played in Cote d'Ivoire.
The match Cameroon-Burundi is a very tough match. Burundi is a young team in the World Cup and is seeks to qualify for the World Cup. So the match, I think, it will be tough for Cameroon, but I know we'll come out victorious.
Supporters of the Lions think counting on last-minute goals, as it was the case in 2022 when Karl Tuko-Ekambi scored a 4th-minute goal against Algeria in added time to grab a seat at the 2022 World Cup, should be avoided, as these can give room for unforeseen changes in the game to favour opponents Burundi.
We should not put pressure on our body, first of all. We should go in within the first 45 minutes at least. We should make the difference. Let the difference be clear. So this time around, I believe we should go in and do it.
Despite the absence of right-back Fai Collins in the selection, fans continue to count on the likes of Captain Vincent, Abubakar Choupo-Moting, and some new players to emerge victorious in this game.
Cameroon will definitely win the match. We have a better squad as compared to Burundi, especially with the presence of Abubakar Vincent, Choupo-Moting. I think we will win the match. Yeah.
If Abubakar Vincent is there, the captain of the team, we count on him a lot. His experience, is somebody that the whole country, the whole nation is looking up to him. Yes, if he's there, I believe with everything being possible, with good defense and a world-class goalkeeper, we have Andre Onana on the pole. I believe everything is very, very possible that we need to win.
The Northwest football diehards can only hope for a victory as the Lions team of Cameroon play in Garoua this Tuesday.
Wow. Wow, we're going to take a break. But then for now, just to tell you that in the days of the 1970s, Cameroon national football team counted on Marashamba Pelepi. Later on, there were Roger Miller. After that, there was Samuel Eto'o. And today, we have Vincent Aboubakar. We just hope that they will deliver well today. Well, before we we'll take our last gaps on the program, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take this sound by Willie Mendo. It's a song to galvanize the Lions and even the population before this game. Willie Mendo.
Ah, what a wonderful song.
Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wonderful song there by Willie Mendo, kind of setting the pace for you for things over there. You could see they're publishing in the background there in Douala, in Garoua there. It's the stadium is getting fuller and fuller over there in Garoua. We shall be going to Douala shortly, but just to tell you that it's a powerful team, our production team that is outside here at the CRTV Production Center here in Mbala to get you the round of the regions. We have our producer Benjamin Bidias working there in assistant with Karen Mbala, who is our floor manager and assistant producer over there. We could have Bowding Sama coordinating things, and Nestor Kamga, our program supervisor, videotape editor Polomba, and of course I'm Gideon Tazo, my man Junior Wassam. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go over to Douala, because that is Douala is the economic capital of Cameroon, the heartbeat of Cameroon when it comes to sports and business. In fact, over there in Douala, we hear that Samuel Eto'o, the president of Africa Food, is from Douala there, and so there's equally that feeling, that filial vein about him. They want to support him, exactly. And of course, not that all again, but they want to support the national football team of Cameroon. So Douala, what is going on in Douala? We have this vox pop from Douala. The people in Douala are expressing what they think or how they want the Lions to win this afternoon.
Game was 1-0. Cameroon was leading. Cameroon won the first game. So I believe we will win the second game. Obviously, we have Andre Onana, who is back as a very good goalkeeper. We have a very resilient team, and we're strongly behind the national team. So we're going to win. I give it a 2-0 tonight.
Je crois que les Lions vont gagner 2-1. Parce que les Lions ont l'espérance plus que les Burundais. Maintenant, la chance pour aussi basculer pour les Burundais s'ils viennent avec beaucoup d'énergie et la détermination. Donc c'est un match qui a beaucoup d'enjeux. Chaque des parties doit être déterminant pour le résultat de la compétition. Donc c'est pas un match qui est acquis d'avance. Donc chacun doit se battre à fond pour gagner, pour avoir la victoire.
Cameroon, Burundi, is Cameroon going to win. Nowadays we have the best goalkeeper in the world in our team. Cameroon has the best goalkeeper in our team. And we are in the group who challenge a very fight against Burundi, Cameroon and Zambia. We have to win to secure our place. 4 goals to 1. 2 goes to Aboubakar Vincent, 1 goes to Choupo-Moting, and 1 goes to Clinton J.
J'ai l'impression que le Cameroun va battre à un score très élevé. 2-1. Parce que nous sommes en forme. Eto'o a innové beaucoup de choses.
Cameroon is going to win by 1-0, and that goal will be scored by Jay Clinton. You know, we are in a very tight position at the moment that it is a must-win match for Cameroon, and I think we are going to grab that ticket today, this evening, by 8 o'clock to go to Cannes next year.
Le Cameroun gagne 2-1 en faveur de Choupo-Moting et Vincent Aboubakar.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, here the population in Douala there, we win to win tonight and qualify for the AFCON. Of course, all the big boys, the powerhouses of African football are in Côte d'Ivoire. Have qualified. We have Ghana. But those who were at the World Cup anyway, we have Ghana qualified, Tunisia qualified, Morocco Nigeria qualified, Senegal qualified, Cameroon is struggling to qualify, Nigeria, Senegal, everybody's there. So Cameroon must be there. In fact, you know, it was in Cote d'Ivoire that Cameroon won their first AFCON 1984. And so somebody said here that Cote d'Ivoire is Cameroon's best hunting ground. Well,
I like that.
Junior Watson, we get information that the stadium is full. Well, let's see whether we can have some images of the stadium there. You can on our screen, sir. If my producer Benjamin Bidal could put out images of the field, you can see the stadium in Gawa. Wow.
Wow.
Are you seeing it?
Yeah, it's extremely full.
The population is full.
Sold
there
out.
is no place even for an ant
to
be in Gawa.
Sold out.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap up the show here. Junior Watson, how do you expect the Lions to play this evening?
Basically, they should not give any room to Burundi, you know, to express themselves or even have an idea that they can score. Cameroon needs to come out swinging and dominating. Basically making
from the very first minute.
From the very first minute. Yeah. But we have this issue, Gideon, with the Lions, and I think Rigobert is going to rectify that. That each time Cameroon score, you know, they lower their hands, you know, they slow down, and then the opponents, you know, they slow the tempo, and then the opponent starts picking up ground.
No, they shouldn't give them confidence.
We hope that's not going to be the case this evening. Yeah. We hope that this evening they're going to keep up the momentum, they're going to keep pressurizing, and evidently they're going to win. And we hope that this evening, you know, the guys that are going to be the 11 men for Cameroon are going to be guys that are very good individually and very good in ball recuperation, good in playing collectively, and also defending and attacking collectively.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Junior Watson. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the pause in the regions with me, with us here. In fact, we went to almost all the regions of Cameroon, the nooks and cranny, to get the pause, and everybody is speaking the same language as Union Sacré, and that Cameroon will have to win tonight, and that they've given them their blessings from the north to the south, from the east to the west. It's Union Sacré on the Lions of Cameroon, ladies and gentlemen. It was a powerful team here. We had, we equally had people with us here. Let me give you some of the names. We had a videotape editor, Polomba. We had Kweji. Gisle is our young man from the EFCPA, that is a Kunu, is an intern here with us here. We could have Benjamin Didier, our producer. The program was coordinated, coordinated by Nestor Kamba, our program supervisor, and of course our Benjamin Bidas, who is our producer. My name is Gideon Tazo, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to leave you in the company of Bordin Sama and Joseph Gwet Amandeng, who will lead you into the match proper. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being there. Hold tight, and of course, keep praying for the Lions of Cameroon. And AFCON without Cameroon is like a World Cup without Brazil.
Exactly.
Bye-bye.
Exactly. Well said, well said, well said. I like that, I like that.
Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Nice.